Hey, what's up, guys? Atheist Bricks here, coming at you with a World War II mock. And so yeah, let's get right into this video. Not only is this a mock for my YouTube channel, but this is also my contest entry into Brick Dodgers. And so yeah, let's get right into this video. Alright, so this started out as just like sort of like a mock that I built out of boredom. I just sort of built this mock out of sheer boredom. And it's original on a dark bluish gray 32x32 base plate. And then when I saw Brick Dodgers contest video, I decided, and I'd already done the video for that mock, and then I was just about to upload to YouTube when I saw that video, and I was like this close to tearing down that mock for spare pieces, since I already built a mock, and so I decided to So I thought about it. I took about like 3 or 4 days for me to think about it. But more like 2 days for me to think about it, and I decided to enter the contest. And so I decided not to tear down the mock. I took off the factory, this factory right here, and I took it off the 32x32 base plate, and I put it on a 48x48 base plate. I expanded it to the left a little bit, and I made it quite a few bricks higher from what it was previously, and I edited it a little bit so it looked a little bit different. And so yeah, this is the final result. And I also decided to I was thinking about it I was thinking about it when I was like in the stage of like sort of half asleep, half awake when I was going to bed, and I thinking about it, and I decided what would really be cool is a T-26 tank. And so for about 2 or 3 days, something like that, for about 2 days, something like that, I made a T-26, and this is my this is a T-26 right here, and this is my my third trial. That's my third one. That's my final one. First one is way too big. Second one is too big, and the third one, I like the size of it, even though it's too big. But there's a reason why it's why the T-26 is pretty huge. Why it's like a 1/50th scale or something like that. It's yeah, it's pretty big, more like 1/45th or something. I don't know, but still pretty huge in minifigure scale, as you can see right there. And so yeah, so I really just expanded the original mock into a 48x48 base plate, and just started building from there on out. And so yeah, I made the T-26, and so I'll do a review on my T-26 later. This will be my version 1 of my T-26, version 1. I'm gonna make a second one that's gonna be more minifigure scale, more appropriate scale, I guess you could call it. And so yeah. Alright, so let's get right on this video. I'm going to go from left to right, and then I'm going to go behind the factory. So basically, the setting of this mock is, it's on the Eastern Front. Not a specific battle. It's not a specific battle or anything, but it's just on the Eastern Front. I was building the original mock on the 32x32 base plate. I was building it out of sheer boredom. And like I said before, I was about to tear it down when I saw his video. So yeah, I built this out of sheer boredom. There's no specific battle or anything, but it takes place on the Eastern Front. It's like Eastern Russia or something like that. And like German forces, they're advancing heavily through Russian territory, and then they're coming along, and then there are reports of Russian soldiers in the area, and they attacked a munitions factory, like a small arms factory or something like that. And so the Russians came to defend the factory. And then it's like, yeah, so enough of my blabbering. 4 minutes and 30 seconds of video of me just talking. Let's get right on this video. So like I said before, it's just 48x48 base plate, pretty small mock. So right here we have my custom Pack 38 anti-tank gun. As custom design, all my design right there. And so I don't think I've gone over that on my YouTube channel yet, so it's on my Instagram though. Yeah, all my design. And so here we have 2 German soldiers. We have right here we have a container full of brick armed shells. And here's just like empty casings and whatnot of shells from when they fired the T-26. So right here's a German soldier with a shell. He's about to load it into the gun. Here's this guy who's like manning the gun, who's kneeling down. And so, yeah, that's my Pak-38, all my design. Right here, I haven't gone over this yet. It's on my Instagram though. Here's my custom German flamethrower with this flame Norfer, all my design as well. So, yeah. And so here he is, just with the flamethrower, spewing out hell into the factory. So, yeah, and there's a burnt skeleton right there from a Russian soldier who was unlucky enough to get caught in the fire. Here's a German soldier with a Kar 98K, and he has a bayonet, and he has a grenade, and he's throwing it up into this this hole right here, and there's a Russian soldier in there with a DP-28 who's aiming down at the Pak-38 crew. Yeah, and here's a German soldier who is shooting at that Russian soldier. And then that Russian soldier is a PPSH, and he is shooting at these two German soldiers who are advancing. And this guy was like running, and then he tried to duck, but then he got shot, and this guy got shot multiple times. Here's just an MG42. That's just not more for detail. Here we have a German soldier with a MG34 who's waiting for the flamethrower to be done doing his job. He's going to go in there and assert his authority. And then here's a German soldier reloading. Yeah, here's my custom T-26, like I said before earlier. This Pak-38, it shot its tracks off, so that way it couldn't advance anymore, and so its tracks have been blown off, and the front wheels come undone. Here's another German soldier with a satchel charge, and he's running up to place it on the front mantle of the tank to potentially kill the driver or something like that. And this German soldier has a troll head. Hold on. He has a troll head from a Clone Trooper X-39. Hold on. It won't focus. Alright, that's good enough. But, yeah, I got it from Clone Trooper X-39 at Brooks Cascade. And if you haven't seen my Brooks Cascade haul, he's a really cool guy. You can get these at x39brickcustoms.com. So he has a troll head because he's going to be trolling the T-26 when he places the charge down. Hold on, his helmet fell down. So, and then here we have another German soldier with a OD green Panzerfaust. Yeah, and he's shooting at the at under the turret because under the turret's more weaker than the side of the turret. So we're trying to aim under the turret to potentially kill the commander. And he as well has a troll head because he's gonna be trolling the tank crew. And so, yeah. Here's a T-26. I'll be putting a review on this pretty soon. And so, yeah. Just want to let you guys appreciate the detail first. And then there's a Soviet flag right there. And then if you look behind the mock, you can see some more detail on the back of the tank. Here are some Russian soldiers advancing behind the T-26, and it's like the the German soldiers attacked the factory, and so there was just a small Russian squad in the area to defend the factory, and then they sent a counterattack, and so these are the soldiers advancing behind it. Here's a little pine tree and some stairs that lead up to a heavy metal door or something like that, and then here's a ladder. And then right here is the top of the factory, and it's mostly just snow, and there's a wheel right there. Here's a female Russian sniper who has the Mosin Nagant and is aiming down at probably the anti-tank crew or something. And there's also DP-28 up there and some vodka. And what else? It's pretty much all on the front side of the factory, from my knowledge. Also, like the street. Notice how like the street's not like perfect or anything like that. For one, I don't have enough time to do this, but it's like, you know, in times of like warfare, if like there's like a street battle or something like that going on, the street's not gonna be like perfect. It's not gonna be like perfect, especially when there's a tank. The street's gonna be all like torn up and it's gonna be shredded apart from the war damage. So the street's like this, it's like been like war damage and whatnot. It's been torn up to pieces, and also it's like since it's like, you know, it's Russia. There's like patches of like ice every now and then. In case you haven't noticed that, there's patches of like ice, and here's also the flames of the flamethrower, and here's some like rubble on the sides from the explosion from like an artillery shell. There's a barrel of fire in it, and there's like snow on the sides. There's also plants growing on the factory like that. It's just showing you that like how worn down it is and like that and stuff like that. And so how old the factory is. And there's plants on the side trying to survive through the Russian winter. And then, yeah. So, we can finally go to the back side now. Sorry if this video is, like, long. But, yeah, like, 4 minutes and 30 seconds into it, I was just explaining and blabbering and whatnot. Alright. So, here's the back side of the factory. Well, inside the factory. So, here we have that Russian soldier, the DP-28, who's firing down at the Pak-38. We have a Russian soldier advancing to assist his comrade. And we have, like, here's, like, the flames and stuff like that, and the smoke. And, like, here's some, like, magma or fire or something like that. And there's just, like, rubble everywhere and whatnot. Here's a Russian soldier kneeling down, waiting for the smoke to clear out so he can take fire at someone. And we also have a Russian soldier who's hiding behind a barrel, taking cover behind a barrel of the PPSH-41, waiting for the smoke to clear out as well. Here we have two Russian soldiers who are going to take cover over here. And here's another Russian soldier who's taking cover behind the wall, trying not to be caught in the flame. I'm going to rotate it some more. And so yeah, that you can just get a better look at it. And the stairs and that leads to this heavy metal door. It's like a heavy metal door of like a factory or something like that. Right here is like the railing. Here's like a little catwalk and this railing. And I had a ton of these pieces. I had a ton of these pieces and from the Millennium Falcon because I was missing a ton of pieces. Like a ton of pieces from the Millennium Falcon. So I decided to just scratch it and use the pieces. So I had a ton of these pieces, and so I decided to experiment with them, and it turned out to make great railing. And so, yeah. And there's that Russian soldier advancing to help his comrade. There's not a whole lot. Here's a better look at the roof of the factory. And so, now we're going to go to the final side of the factory. Alright, so there's a gym with the Panzerfaust. There's a T-26 as well, who is taking aim at the Pak-38. This is the back of the T-26. Here's some Russian soldiers advancing behind it. Here, and then this Russian soldier has a Brick Arms prototype SVT-40 that I got from Bricks Cascade. super happy to get one of those. I've been wanting one of those for years now. And so, yeah, super happy to get one of those. Here's another Russian soldier advancing. Here's a barrel with, like, some, like, fire in it to keep, factory workers warm or something like that. Some pine trees and some, you know, some evergreens and whatnot. Here's the ladder, and it cuts off right about, you know, there, as it would on a real factory, because they don't want, you know, pedestrians getting on top of the factory. And so here you can see, like, there's like a hole in the factory from, like, an artillery shell, and that window is barely staying balanced. You can see that Russian soldier advancing. And so, yeah. Alright. So that's really the mock. I really like the theme of it, the worn down factory theme and whatnot, how it's like the factory is all worn down and whatnot, it's been outgrown and stuff like that. And then when Russia was invaded by the Third Reich, when the Third Reich invaded the Soviet Union, you know, they had to put that factory back to use, and so it's like outgrown and stuff like that. And there's bullet holes from like stray bullets and stuff like that. And so yeah, here's like an artillery shell from an artillery. But like I said before, I just like the overall like theme of it, how it's like a worn down factory and whatnot, and stuff like that. So yeah, I also like the outgrown plants, the plants that are outgrowing it. Yeah, I don't really know what much to say else, other than I hope I win this contest. Yeah, I really hope I win this contest, so I can get some more monopods. Because in case you haven't noticed, right there on that DP-28, he's not holding a monopod. He's holding one of the robotic arm thingies. And so I don't have any more monopods. All my monopods broke, with the exception of my Panda 3 Alf, but that one's for that kit. And so yeah, so I don't have any more monopods. I'm hoping I can win this so I can get some more monopods. Potentially, yeah. And so also there's like the since it's like early Russian winter, so that allows the plants to barely cling on to life. There's also like snow on the sides. I don't know where you guys live, but where I live and here in Washington we get snow. So it's like early, and you know, on tall buildings like this would be, if this isn't a real life building, snow tends to pile up on the sides of the building. And so yeah, like I said before, I just like the overall theme of the factory and the color combination of like the dark bluish gray, the dark tan every now and then, and the dead red kind of color. Some outgrown plants every now and then. And it overall turned out very good. Turned out to be very good. And I will be showing I'll be showcasing my T26 pretty soon. I'm probably gonna get started on the video like right after this one, after I send it to Brick Dodgers. And so yeah. So I hope I win. Like I said before, I hope I win so I can get some more monopods. And I'll be very grateful if I win this contest. This will be my first contest that I'm entering on YouTube. And I finally got to show you guys my mock building abilities, whatever that means. And so, yeah, so if you liked the video that you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And if you like the video that you saw, if you want to see more videos of where that came from, when you want to get informed when I upload a video, then hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that a lot. It gives me the mentality that I need to keep going and whatnot. And yeah, guys. So yeah, guys, this is Atheist Picture signing off.